Let's take a closer look at the U.S. Constitution, in particular the Second Amendment, and see if we the people are applying it properly, as the Founding Fathers intended. The U.S. Constitution is the supreme law of the land. This means all other laws, statutes, regulations, codes, executive orders, and even Supreme Court precedents are secondary.
The Constitution itself in Article 6 declares that it is the supreme law of the land. And essentially that relates to laws that are passed by subsidiary bodies such as the states or localities. And outside of the process of amendment, there is no law that can override the Constitution.
The Constitution is comprised of basically two parts, the Articles and the Amendments. There are 7 articles and 27 amendments. Amendments are places where something has been added, changed, or deleted in the articles. The first 10 amendments are called the Bill of Rights, and they were drafted shortly after the 7 articles were written. Certain founders wanted to make absolutely sure we the people retained certain rights the new federal government could never take away.
People wanted some absolute guaranteed bedrock rights. Hey, the federal government's not all powerful. Those rights are reserved to the states or the people.
Among these are the right of the people to keep and bear arms. This right, stated in the Second Amendment, is one of the most famous of our rights. And since the Second Amendment is part of the U.S. Constitution, it too is the highest law in the land. Thus, no law, statute, Supreme Court ruling, or gun regulation takes priority over the Second Amendment.
Even if it's popular, even if the great majority of people want to do it, like all these polls you see nowadays where they run around and see whether or not people support gun control, as if that would make it okay. That does not fly in a constitutional republic. People tend to give up their freedom and set aside their rights when they're afraid of a foreign invader, when they're afraid of calamity and chaos inside their own society, crime, for example. That's when they tend to give up their rights.